Hare Krishna. Can you make it a little louder?
Yes, he wants it louder.
I have a very soft voice. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Very happy to be here with the wonderful devotees of the Potomac Temple. Red Bihari was just saying that one day we may have, how many temples? 12?
Go for it.
Pune and that's Washington. I said, why wait for one day? It should be done quickly. And I understand Prabhupada wanted that too. I'm very happy to be here. We're going to Washington this morning at 1 o'clock. I believe the theme for today's talk. Who knows the theme for today's talk? Sangha can be any type. We do a short kirtan and then Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. We want to welcome all of you to the Sunday program. So the theme of the talk today is Sadhu Sangha. So we have selected a nice verse. Actually, there's so many verses that talk about the importance of Sadhu Sangha. This is a verse from the 4th canto, where Dhruva Maharaj is praying to the Lord for blessings. So I'll just read the translation and a few lines of the purport. Hare Krishna. This is Canto 4, Chapter 9, Text 11. How many of you have the Srimad Bhagavatam on your telephone? Most devotees these days have all of Prabhupada's books in their pocket. So anytime you want to discuss a verse, you just get it ready. How many of you have the Bhagavatam in your pocket? Dhruva Maharaj continued, O unlimited Lord, kindly bless me so that I may associate with great devotees who engage in your transcendental loving service constantly, as the waves of a river constantly flow. Such transcendental devotees are completely situated in an uncontaminated state of life. By the process of devotional service, I shall surely be able to cross the innocence ocean of material existence, which is filled with the waves blazing far like dangers. It will be very easy for me, when I'm becoming mad, to hear about your transcendental qualities and pastimes, which are eternally existent. The purport by Prabhupada. Prabhupada's purport runs in 2 pages, and I'm just going to read 4 or 5 lines of the purport. The significant point is Dhruva Maharaj's statement that he wanted the association of pure devotees. Transcendental devotional service cannot be complete and cannot be relishable without the association of devotees. We have therefore established the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Anyone who is trying to be aloof from this Krishna Consciousness society and yet engaged in Krishna consciousness is living in a great hallucination. This is not possible. From this statement of Dhruva Maharaj, it is clear that unless one is associated with devotees, His devotional service does not mature, it does not become distinct from material activities. Everyone's familiar with Dhruva Maharaj. He's one of our spiritual heroes. The fourth canto describes the pastimes of Dhruva Maharaj. The Srimad Bhagavatam has been described to be the ripened fruit of Vedic knowledge. And in the 18,000 verses, we read about the glories of the Lord and His devotees. Devotees relish hearing the pastimes of devotees like Dhruva Maharaj and Prahlad Maharaj. Lord Chaitanya, when he would be with his associates, he would mainly discuss the pastime of Prahlad Maharaj and Dhruva Maharaj, not the Rasa Leela. So Dhruva Maharaj, as you know, was the son of a king. What was the father's name? And one day he was trying to sit on his father's lap when his stepmother, Surichi, to whom the father was more attracted, stopped him from sitting on the father's lap, saying that if you have the fortune of taking birth from my womb, then you can sit on your father's lap. What she was saying is, now you die, take another birth, my womb, and then you become eligible to sit on the father's lap. Dhruva was offended, especially since his father didn't utter a word. And he went crying to his mother. The mother had already heard what had transpired and proceeded to the forest to look for God. It's a long story. We have limited time. We're only touching on main points. So Dhruva Maharaj went to the forest. What's the name of the forest where he went to? Madhuvan. Have any of you been to the forest? Madhuvan. So anyway, when you do Brajvana Parikrama, that's one of the stops we go to. And he performed great austerity. And as a result, he was able to attract the attention of the Supreme Lord. He first was meditating on the Lord, and then the meditation broke, and he saw the personality of God as personally present. So Dhruva was asked by the Lord, ask for any benediction you may desire. What's Dhruva asking for? He's asking for the benediction that I may associate with your devotees so that I may get transcendental knowledge that will help me cross over the mutual ocean of birth and death. So this important point of sadhu sangha, or getting attached to a saintly person, is repeated again and again and again and again. Why is that? Because this is paramount. It's paramount to spiritual advancement. If we have any desire to make spiritual advancement, this is a must. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained to Sanatana Goswami about the process of the devotional service. Sanatana Goswami at one time was holding a very important position in society. He was virtually running the administration of the richest kingdom of the world 500 years ago. He and his brother Rupa. But Rupa had resigned, and Sanatana resigned later. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally instructed the brothers about the process of devotional service and instructed them to proceed to Vrindavan, where they were guided to write books on devotional service and to identify places where the Lord had performed His pastimes and to construct temples of the Lord. The Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave Sanatana Goswami very detailed instructions. Do this, do this, do this, do this. But then he summarized all of this into 5 main principles. And he said, if you do these 5 principles, then your devotional career will be successful. And what were the 5? The first one was Sadhu Sangha. Sadhu Sangha. And the second one was Nama Kirtan. Third one was hearing Bhagavad. Fourth was worshipping the deity with love and faith. The fifth was living in now. So the first was Sadhu Sangha. So if we want to make spiritual advancement, we must seek the association. Those who are fixed on the spiritual path. And in the brief purport that I read out, there was one line which is very, very significant, in which Prabhupada says that anybody who thinks that he can make spiritual advancement without associating with devotees is living in a world of dreams. Prabhupada uses the word hallucination. Hallucination means real dreamer. You dream that you become Rockefeller or Ford. A real dreamer. So sometimes you meet people. I remember an incident in 1975 where we had an African devotee from one of the African countries come and meet Prabhupada in Bombay. And he was explaining, fault finding virtually all the devotees. This devotee had this fault, this devotee had this fault, this devotee had this fault. He was fault finding the devotees and wanting Prabhupada's blessings so that he could go all alone and make a hut in Mayapur and chant the holy name. Prabhupada told him, if you're not happy in this temple, you go to another temple. But don't go all alone. You won't be able to sustain it. We can't imitate Haridas Thakur. But the devotee insisted, so Prabhupada really had no choice. So this devotee made a hut in Mayapur, stayed there for some time, and then disappeared, and no one ever saw him again. So the point is this. The point is, if we're serious about spiritual association, if we're serious about spiritual advancement, then we must look forward to spiritual association. If we think that I've attained a certain level of maturity and I do not need spiritual association, that is an illusion. Therefore we see again and again this point being emphasized to stay in spiritual association. Get attached to a saintly personality. For example, in the third canto of the Bhagavatam, you read about the story of Lord Kapila Dev. Kapila Dev was an incarnation of Godhead. And his mother was Devahuti, and father was Kadava Muni. So the mother knew that my son is an incarnation of Godhead. So she proceeded to her son and said, my dear son, please describe to me how I can become free from the entanglement of birth and death, and how I can cultivate spiritual knowledge. The son was very pleased when he heard this question. And he said, get attached to a saintly personality. And in the association of saintly personalities, you can relish transcendental knowledge, transcendental past and law. What did the son say? Get attached to a saintly personality. So Prabhupada explains in the purport that in mature life, we all have attachments. We attach to A, B, C, D, E, A activity, B activity, different activities. But if we're serious about spiritual life, we get attached to a saintly personality. And then Kapila Dev proceeded to describe how a saintly personality can be recognized. Because a saintly personality also has to perform at a certain level. It's not that anybody wears a saffron robe and becomes a saintly personality. In India you may see thousands of so-called saintly personalities. Or Kapilada explains, Pratiksha Karuni Kaha, Surda Sarvadahina, Ajita Satava Santa, Sada Sada Bhushana. The saintly personality must be tolerant, Karuni Kaha, very merciful, Surda Sarvadahina, compassionate to all living entities, inimical to none, living by the scriptures. That is in brief the recognition of a saintly personality. A saintly personality never deviates from the words of the Lord. This year we are also celebrating the golden jubilee of what? The Prabhupada's departure from India. And next year we're going to celebrate globally the 50th anniversary of the incorporation of Islam. It was this year that on August 13th, that Prabhupada sailed on the Jaladuta from Calcutta to America. Invited Prabhupada to take this big challenge because he was ordered by his Guru Maharaj in 1921 to take Lord Chaitanya's teachings to the Western country. So Prabhupada struggled for nearly 40 years, went through so many hardships, but he only had a single point meditation. That was, he had to take Lord Chaitanya's teachings to the Western world. The Lord Chaitanya had predicted that the holy name would be chanted in every town and village of the world. Today, virtually in every corner of the globe, you have ISKCON centers, Vina centers, ISKCON devotees, you have Prabhupada books that have been translated in most of the major languages of the world, and people are reading these books. So Prabhupada left India on August 13, 1965, on a cargo ship that only had one passenger. That's all. And the other was the captain and his wife. And on the journey to America, he had 2 heart attacks. After the second one, he thought his mission will not be successful. He should go back. But then the Lord appeared in a dream and the Lord became the boatman. And Prabhupada was the passenger in the boat. And the Lord assured him, your mission will be successful, don't worry. So Prabhupada finally landed in Boston. And when he landed in Boston, he saw the plight of his conditioned soul. He was meditating. Who is going to listen to this philosophy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? But he had confidence that by the mercy of Srimati Radharani, anything is possible. So once Prabhupada was invited by many swamis who had come from India to a program, and Prabhupada went there, and Prabhupada was being invited. These swamis said, Swamiji, you're new to America, you're veterans here. No one's going to listen to your philosophy. No one's going to listen to you. You're very guilty and brother. You should start wearing suits like we do and eat with fork and knife. But Prabhupada refused to compromise. So a genuine sadhu, he doesn't compromise. He presents the absolute truth as it is. That's why Prabhupada's Gita is called as it is. There's a very interesting story of Prabhupada's Gita got published. Recently, as you know, Ramananda Prabhu, who was one of Prabhupada's first disciples, passed away in Vrindavan. I had the good fortune of knowing him very well. But then Ramananda Prabhu revealed a story recently. When Prabhupada came to America, they produced a record. These days nobody listens to records. But he produced a happening label record. And that record was advertised in the local village newspaper. So there was one man, an accountant, working for a company called Macmillan. Have you heard of the Macmillan company? What do they do? Publish books. They were very well established. So this man saw this advertisement in a village newspaper and he misused his position by using a Macmillan letterhead to write an order for one of these records. So he wrote a letter on a Macmillan letterhead. I want one of your happening records. And this letter came to Brahmananda. Prior to this, Prabhupada was trying his best to get the Bhagavad Gita published. He sent his disciple Brahmananda to virtually all the publishers in India. And Brahmananda was so keen that they get his Gita published that he even took a course on how to print a book so they could devise some means in which the Gita could be printed. And every publisher that read it said, sorry, we don't want to touch the Bhagavad Gita. So when Brahmananda got this letter from this accountant saying that, give me a record, normally they would send the record by post. He took this letter to Prabhupada because he was excited when he saw someone from the Macmillan company. So Prabhupada said, don't send him this record by post, go and deliver to him personally. So Brahmananda took a record and went personally to read that accountant. The next day in the office of Macmillan. And when he went there, he saw in that individual's office, the editor, one of the editors of the Macmillan company, was sitting there next to an accountant. So when Brahmananda Prabhu saw he was an editor of the religious section of Macmillan, he was very happy and he introduced himself. He said, sir, we have a Bhagavad Gita translated by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami and we want to get it published. He's a very famous author. And the editor said, his eyes opened up. He said, I'm looking for a Bhagavad Gita. I have the book on Buddha, book on Christ, book on Allah, and I'm looking for somebody who would have a Bhagavad Gita. Go and bring a manuscript right away. So the Brahmananda came to Prabhupada. And the Prabhupada said, yes, take the manuscript. And then we went ahead and published Prabhupada Gita. It was the biggest selling Gita. And still is the biggest selling Gita. So, this is a brief of the Gita, first got published. So, Prabhupada called Bhagavad Gita as it is. Why? Because he presented the Gita not any distortion. What is the meaning? He presented as Krishna spoke and Arjuna understood. So that is the quality of a regular sadhu. So the scriptures talk about sadhu sangha, sarva shastra kaya. Now mata sadhu sangha, sarva sangha. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is said, associate with a sadhu, associate with a sadhu. If you have the fortune of associating, even for 1/11 or 1 second, with a sadhu, in spiritual life, so that is important. We just don't recognize, we just don't associate. With any so-called sadhu, we associate with somebody who has required qualification. And if you have the fortune of associating with a genuine sadhu, then what will happen? You will be blessed with spiritual knowledge. Gopal Goswami describes